Let there be light, and there was light. Okay, let's see if we can get some more light. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's a bit of a shadow, but we'll make do. Okay. So, yes, continuing on Mother Eve, this presentation, the waters. Of course, we are talking about waters. Whenever we are talking about Mother Eve, we are talking about waters, we are talking about words, we are talking about serpent, the snake, but that which is present. And of course, we are talking about number 5, number 7, but Mother Eve shows herself through which is just typical of a serpent or a snake. She shows herself through number 4 and number 6 as well. So it's Mother Eve shows herself in every way. It's just that we need to find the path and understand her path. Now, it's no wonder she sheds her skin as well. That when you, of course, snake hunters would know that where they have found the skin of a serpent, that is the trail. They follow the trail, or it says a lot that the serpent has been present. Okay, so this is what Mother Eve is wanting to teach us about and remind us about the skin. Now, talking about the skin, the thought of the story of Adam and Eve, where it is said, and God sewed aprons for them, or they wrapped themselves, but it just seemed to come to mind that that could well be that there was a shedding happening that had happened there. They shed off their ignorance, so something was shed, and then the covering was about new skin, a newness, and of course, when the cycle goes on again, the skin gets it goes on again. So it's the skin off and on. It's like taking on your clothes and taking them off. So that's what came to mind here. But what I do want to talk about, or I think I have left my little note book, but I'm sure I can remember this. It's not much. So it's really going over why or how 5 and 8 is really the same when it comes to the dimension that Mother Eve is bringing us into. So Mother Eve is bringing us into the 5th and the 8th dimension. We are already there, because it's not a question of waiting for the 15th of May. This is symbolic. Everything we are learning here is like it's that a representation of where we are at, in the sense of the stages of development that we are progressing, or we are how we are evolving. So they are like markers. So basically, Uranus entering the zodiac sign of Taurus on the 15th of May. Now the 15th, I really want us to pay attention to those numbers and see how the synchronicities are happening. And if they are happening so beautifully, what does that say for us? What is that telling us? What message is there for us? Now for me, of course, we have heard that the number of 15 is the number of love. I have heard this, and I believe you have heard this. If you're watching this, you probably know even more than I do, because everything we are learning, it's not that we are learning something new, we are remembering. That's why we are W. That's why I'm you and you are you, you are you. And you could say the same, you say the same of me, that I am you. So we are W, we are mirrors of each other, and we are reminding each other. That's what it's about. So on the 15th of May, now May, I don't know if you could see this, okay, May, let's do the numerical value for May, which I think is 3. So this is 8. Yes, it's 12. Now, of course, this is 12, there are 12 months to the year, but the number 12 is actually 3. So 3 is again that number or symbol that creates the 8-petal flower. Now we go about the 8 because Mother Eve ate of the fruit of good and evil. So 8 is really the number that or symbol of infinity and symbol of wholeness. The word whole is really 9, but of course we have seen how 8 is also 9. We could see it here on can we see it on, yes, we can see it here on the word I, or the letter I rather, or even the word I as well. Mother Eve is really saying this proper. So the letter I equals 9, but the word I, meaning like your I, it equals 8. So there we see that how 8 is really here again. Now, so Mother Eve is really reminding us again through the month of May, which is 15, which is 15 is actually 6. It'd be interesting to see what 15 is as the word, which I have got here. And 15 is actually 38, so 3 plus 8. Oh, I've got to take something off my screen. Okay. 3, so 3 plus 8 is 11. So we have gone through what 11 is. 11 is 9. 9 is also 6. And so 9 comes back to 6. And so we can see how the 15 in essence is implicitly whole. It is love. Okay. And how 3, now we are looking at 3. 3 is really the 8. We have established how the 8-petal flower comes into being here. And how May, the month of May, which is the 5th month. So we see, let's get a pen that writes. So May is the 5th month, and it also has the numerical value of 3. So if we were to add, so this is 3 here, this equals 12, which is 3. So if we add 3 plus 5, that also gives us 8. So we can see that the month of May, how symbolic it is, of course, of the zodiac sign. That we can understand why the children of Israel were worshipping the bull anyway, because they perhaps knew something that we didn't, but they had to do the cycle. There was a cycle that had to be completed. And of course, Moses, I'm talking about the children of Israel going through the land of Canaan on their 40-year journey, which was meant to be 10 days or 11 days or something to that effect. But there was a cycle that seemed necessary for them to have gone through. Of course, the lesson, and we need to also remember that that's a story that has been written to helping us understand all these dynamics, all these figures here. It is not to get so locked into the drama of it, but to see the essence of the symbols and numbers. Like number 8, because Moses also equals 8. Oh yes, I've done the figures talking about this. Now we don't want to get too carried away with all of this, but 10, 11, 16, 17, which is the number for God. Of course, 1 plus 7 is 8. Now back to this. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the 15th of May. It is my birthday, and it's also that as my post, I call it my post Kundalini experience. Now, if I recall, this is exactly, it's going to be, because I have been talking about, I think my through the records, it would have been around August that I had this awakening, August of 2013. So August 2013 here, and 2018, so minus, that would be 5. So here we are seeing, and now I'm just doing this here intuitively just to show you the significance of 5. So when someone says to you, oh, well, where are you going to be in the next 5 years? There is a lot to all of this. The number 5 is so significant. It is that, it's like to remind you that you are the 5-pointed star. You are the 5 senses. You are the 5, I don't know if it's oceans, or sometimes I say 5, sometimes I say 7, 5 oceans, 7 seas. Okay. And is it 5 continents? And so on. So there are so many 5s. And your 5 fingers, your 5 toes, the 5 circles onto your face, your eyes, your nostrils, and your mouth. These are the 5s here. So many 5s. Okay. So when someone says, where are you going to be in the next 5 years? Or where were you in the last 5 years? So basically, and they often say this, where I can tell you where you're going to be in the next 5 years by seeing where you were at today. That is crucial. Now, that makes a lot of sense because the last 5 years, in August of 2013, that's when I had my awakening. And I am awake. I am awoken now. So, and yes, I didn't know how delicious this journey would be, but it certainly is. So 5 years ago, there I was having my Kundalini experience. And of course, it has been such a journey. I can see that I have accomplished things that I had dreamt about before, but not done. So I have lived now the dream, which is no longer a dream. It has become the reality. So there is my 5, or being in the 5 dimension. So it's no longer the dream, as I say. It's really seeing life and experiencing life in a whole new way, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, back to, I like the idea, I could hear myself say now, because that is, whenever we say now, we are also inviting Mother Eve into the equation, because the word now here is actually 7, which is like the serpent, and now is actually present. What a beautiful word. Here, so this is 10, this is 16, 1 plus 6 is 7. Now, when we say the word now, we also own the moment, in the sense that the moment is, and ourselves is one and the same. We are in the oneness. So we have one. So to be now is to own that which you have won. It's all 7, 3 7s, 21. And that's the magic number, of course, for cultivating a habit. Now back to 8, the 8th and the 5th dimension. This is what we are talking about. And of course, this is from here with Mother Eve on our sacrifice template. So this is the 8th dimension and the 5th dimension, which is like the mouth. Everything is around the mouth. Now we know that the mouth, we speak with it, we taste with it, we eat with it, we yawn, we breathe. I said 5 things. Is there anything else we do? We kiss with it. So this is interesting. The mouth. So we speak, we breathe, we taste, taste, we eat, taste and eat. I don't know if they're really different, but of course, and we kiss. And so I've got 5 things here. We yawn. Yawn. W-A-N. Okay, I don't know if it's spelled correctly, but so I would say we do the 5 things here, whether it was 6 or 5, but this still takes us into the middle spectrum of the sacrifice template, which is the new. This is where we are in the new, which is men turned upside down. Okay, and that is Mother Eve. That's Mother Eve right here. So all of those aspects are modalities of our connection with Mother Eve right here. So this, we speak, we breathe, we taste, we kiss, we yawn. I'm just thinking if there's anything else we do with our mouths. Okay. And so this is number 5. So it's that ocean. There's the ocean of words that really come out, and it's endless. It goes on from here to eternity, which is infinitely whole, which is number 8. Now we're talking about the zodiac sign. So we have seen 3 plus 5 is 8. We see the correlations, the numbers, how they marry together in the mouth. And Uranus is entering the 2nd house, which is number 2. Of course, the word 3, the word 3 also equals 2. So we can see that where Uranus and the month of May is gelling together in that marriage that is happening. So if you, like Emmett Fox would say, I hadn't quoted him for a while actually, Emmett Fox says that nothing comes into your consciousness unless it finds something like itself on which to attach itself to. So this is what is happening with Uranus and the month of May. So the month of May equals 3 in numerical value, and Uranus, and as it has the 2 U's in there, like Taurus, Taurus, so you can see for here that there is a common denominator here and another here with, so there are 2 sets of U's here in Uranus. They both are having these 2 U's to say the W aspects are there. Now, and they both end with us, which is saying that they're at the end, they've got that thing to hook onto each other because they both have some kind of agreement here. They're saying us, they share the same language here. There is a dialogue going or happening right there. And so Uranus is 22. I'm not going to do this again. And Taurus is 10. So I've done this in previous presentations. If we add this together, 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So there we see the month of May is really picturing very well with these 2 with this couple right here. The other thing that I was going to mention that is that I saw, I felt I saw something else with May and Uranus coming together. Okay, it will come. It will come. So it's 22. Okay. Was that okay? So as I was saying before, with the 5 months of of duration of my personal experience, it's like everything is being mirrored in my life. All these happenings, I could see how it mirrors my life or reflects my life so perfectly. So as I said, it's 5 years to it's going to be 5 years in August of 2018. 2018 is going to be 5 years of my awakening, and of course I of 15th of May, which is my birthday. So, and it would have been on my birthday that I also, it was around my birthday that I really decided I want to know more. I want to grow. I want to have a different experience to life, because there must be more to life. And that was really part of my journeys, where I began to change my diet. I've always entertained exercises or exercising, whether it will going for long walks and so on. I've always done something, but I was doing much more. I was wanting to know much more about myself then. And so there I was on this quest for self-love and actualizing self-full love. This is the deriving from Abraham Maslow's need of okay, it's a hierarchical needs. Okay, so it's actualizing self-love, he calls it, but I call it actualizing self-full love, because I felt a need that I could not deny, that there was love around me, but there was not a fullness. It's like having your cup half full, and you're constantly trying to ask, is it half full or is it half empty? I didn't want that anymore. I wanted it overflowing. I wanted it with I wanted to experience abundance. And love in this sense for me is abundance. And so I wanted to experience the abundance of love, where I could say actualizing self-full love. So now we are saying that so the other thing that's what I really wanted to say. So we are drawing that May is equals 3, and we see